Hey folks, this is Gabe at Security.org, and today we've got another review for you. We're looking at the Kangaroo Doorbell camera. Now, I say doorbell camera very specifically because this is not a video doorbell. This is something new, so we want to go ahead and check it out. You know the drill. We're gonna dive into this device, give you all the details. We've had it for about a month now, so we're relatively familiar. And remember, you can head over to Security.org where we have a full, comprehensive written review. Go check it out. Now, jumping right on in with the Kangaroo Doorbell cam, I want to tell you what I like. And I like the fact that it's just $20. We're talking $20. That's affordable. That's the affordability I'd love to see with all the products out in the market today. On top of that, it has something called the Kangaroo Porch Protection Plan. That's $1.99 a month for 365 days cloud storage, but most importantly, $300 package theft guarantee. So if you get robbed on your porch, or maybe burglarized is the right term, I don't know what it is, or if a porch pirate gets to you, you're gonna be refunded for whatever you have lost. And finally, I like the fact that it's run, at least for this past month, on just 3 AA batteries, and Kangaroo says that it will last for up to a year on just those 3 AA batteries. Now, what do we not like? Well, it's the image quality with Kangaroo. Now, resolution, whatever, 480 by 640, we got used to it. Really has to do with the image quality related to exposure and color. It just didn't work, I would say, half of the time. That's really important. Now, we've reached out to Kangaroo and they said this is something they're gonna be working on for future firmware updates. So what do you get when you order the Kangaroo Doorbell cam? Well, you get the cam itself, you get a manual, you get mounting screws, you get stickers, and you get extra adhesive if you decide to move it around, which we've done a number of times, even started using our own adhesive, to be honest with you. And it looks like now when you order the Kangaroo Doorbell camera, they're also sending you a chime. So you really feel like you have a proper doorbell for just $20. All right, so what about the installation process with your Kangaroo Doorbell cam? Well, frankly, that is super easy, super smooth. Loved this part of working with the Kangaroo Doorbell cam. You take it out of the box, you download the app, and you just follow the instructions and it pairs itself really easily. Now, speaking of pairing easily, another cool element is if you have the Kangaroo Siren keypad, remember that's just one device, Siren keypad, they got that duality thing going on. Well, it just automatically pairs and that serves as your chime, assuming you don't already have a chime or you want another chime. So that's a really fun element of working with the Kangaroo Doorbell cam. And when it comes to installing in that peel and stick, if you're worried about someone just coming and jacking it, just grabbing it directly off and not worried about you seeing their face, you can, of course, use the screws that come with the device to screw it directly into wherever you decide to place it. All right, so now we've got our Kangaroo Doorbell camera installed, but let's see exactly what it does and how well it can do it. Now, with the Kangaroo Doorbell camera, it has, 2 main elements to it. It's a doorbell, so when people come up, they can ring it, you can know that they're there, and it's a camera, so it takes pictures of them. And what's interesting is it takes those stills and makes something of a motion recording or a GIF. And I love GIFs because they're hilarious. And I love the fact that I can make GIFs now of my friends. So basically I can meme everyone from when they come to my doorbell. So very excited about that element. Now it's really great when it does work. It can look really crisp, really clear, really funny. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes that image quality really suffers because of the exposure and color elements. Now, specifically, the Kangaroo Doorbell camera is 480 by 640 resolution with a 60-degree field of view. Now, it has night vision, but as we've said before, all of the ability for it to really have proper exposure and color are variable. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work in the bright midday sun, sometimes it does. Sometimes it work at 5 p.m., sometimes it will. Now, the Kangaroo Doorbell cam has motion detection settings, which you can set from 8 to 16 feet. That's the range. Now, it works pretty well, and generally you'll know when people are approaching your house, but sometimes you won't. Sometimes, it may not take the picture at the exact moment you wanted it. So you're like, oh, that would have been helpful to have when they weren't right in front of the door. And then sometimes it would tell me that there was motion detected for a car that was passing in front of my stoop, at least 20 feet away, or a biker. So I really wish that the consistency could be a little stronger with Kangaroo Doorbell camera. Now, when that motion is detected, you will get a notification to your Kangaroo app. So you'll know that someone's approached. If someone rings the doorbell, once again, you'll get that notification directly to the Kangaroo app on your mobile device. And furthermore, as we mentioned before, if you have the Kangaroo siren keypad, you actually can just get that chime function. So you can actually hear it. So if your phone's in a different place, you'll just hear it inside of your home. Now, we talked about these notifications, but I want to talk about what it's like actually viewing those. So if someone comes and rings the doorbell, I want to see those people at the doorbell, and it processes that information, takes those stills, stitches them together to give you that GIF. Now, one thing I do want to note is that processing time can vary. So it's kind of important to know who's at the door. And in my case, it was pretty much always instantaneous. But for my colleague on the West Coast, at times it would be a minute before it would actually process that doorbell ring and give them that picture. And, time is money. So that's one thing I do want to note about the processing time for the doorbell cam. Now, all this Kangaroo footage that you have is going to be viewable in the Kangaroo timeline. So in that timeline activity history, you'll be able to see this, download this, save it, share it to your heart's content. Now, it's pretty simple, straightforward, and you can get all 24 past hours for free. So you don't have to pay for that for Kangaroo. But if you'd like a longer period in terms of 90-day activity history, 365 days of cloud storage, that's going to at least be the Porch Protection Plan. Now, of course, with that, you also get that $300 package theft guarantee. Now, before I forget, if you really want to kick it up and do everything Kangaroo, so everything affordable, but really give you the full package of professional monitoring with all the Porch Protection Plan elements included, you can do Kangaroo Complete, which gives you, of course, professional monitoring. It's $10 a month or $99 a year, but you're really getting a lot of flexibility with that. But I digress. All right, so let's take a closer look at the Kangaroo mobile application. Now, you'll see here, this is me just ringing the doorbell. Get a nice GIF here, me looking at my phone, which I typically am doing, when I'm outside playing Pokemon Go or something like that. Now, if I jump out of here, we can go check out a night vision shot. So we jump out, I want to go into activities for my other cam, and voila. Here's some shots, people approaching, that's just motion detected. We can get a ring of the doorbell at 1:15 a.m. Though if someone, kind of dressed like this, looking like this, rang my doorbell, my West Coast colleague, I might be a little scared with this exposure. Very alien-esque, one might say, but I digress. So let's actually download this because this is very funny to me. You see here, I can tap on this download button, or I can hit the share button to the right, or I can delete it if it's really haunting my dreams. I can delete it with the upper right-hand corner. You have that trash can, but this is definitely not trash. I'm going to keep this one forever. Now, jumping out of here, you'll note that I can go into settings, and in settings, you have some different options. We can go with the fact that we have the Kangaroo Complete plan because we do have the Kangaroo security system as well, which gives you a lot of flexibility with your system along with, Alexa and Google integration. But one thing to note is that with that, you also get what would be the Porch Protection Plan for the doorbell cam, which is, of course, that important package theft coverage, the ability to get, longer activity timeline. So that's what I particularly find important when it comes to the doorbell cam, but we just want to let you see what this Kangaroo Complete looks like. Beyond that, you can see what that coverage kind of looks like in terms of submitting that claim. But what's interesting is you can go directly into customer support inside of the app. So I don't like having to Google around to figure out what's happening with my devices. Here you can, have them call you directly. You can message the support team. So it's kind of like a live chat option, or you can actually have a frequently asked questions section right there accessible to you. Now, when it comes to device management, you can look at your various cams and see, okay, where's my battery? Where's my Wi-Fi connection? You can toggle on and off the motion detection, along with deciding on what kind of motion detection you want, between 8 feet and 16 feet. You note, for example, in the front door doorbell, on the West Coast, we have it as 16 feet, whereas on mine, I have it down to 8 feet. I'm in a city, I don't want as much happening in front of me. You can even work with that sunlight mode, that night vision, and decide what works best for you and your home's particular lighting situation, along with just deciding on notifications and activity sounds. And what I also like to have, or rather chiming sound, you can go directly into the activity timeline from the settings section in the mobile application. All right, so now let me wrap this up and give you my final thoughts on the Kangaroo Doorbell Cam. Now, it is an IP54, weatherproof, battery-powered doorbell camera. I mean, and it just costs you $20. That's mighty affordable. But to be frank, that affordability cuts both ways. And you shouldn't be expecting more from the doorbell camera than it's going to give you. I mean, you're going to be able to capture, the mail carrier coming to your home. If you're like, oh, I've been really waiting for that package. Oh, they're here. Okay, let me, text my sister to go pick it up for me. That's possible. You're going to also, know when someone's approached your home with the motion detection. But at the same time, you might have a perfect GIF that would be amazingly memeable, but for the color and exposure mess up. We have image quality concerns with the Kangaroo Doorbell camera because once again, it's $20 and they haven't worked out all of those kinks yet. I mean, I think it's a really innovative device. I think it ultimately could bring a lot to the market. It's very niche. I could definitely see putting this on just one of my doors, even if not, the one that I use for my main door. But right now, I see it as a product that has a lot of potential, but the execution is just not quite there yet. All right, so you made it to the end of today's review, and we appreciate you for staying with us. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please drop us a note below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you appreciate today's video, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. We're dropping new content weekly. Home and Digital Security has you covered. All the information you want, all the information you deserve here at Security.org. And don't forget that if you'd like to see the product or our full written comprehensive review, it's all available in the description below. And as always, this is Gabe at Security.org. Be secure.